coroner changed the cause of death for the female victim, and that let the drunk driver off the hook.
Debbie Meadows' family wondered if justice would ever be served, so they contacted 6 on Your Side in a story you will only see on ABC 6. Terry Sullivan confronts the drunk driver outside the courtroom. Terry.
Well, Stacia, after more than 2 years, Timothy Castle's court case was over in 15 minutes today. He pleaded guilty to driving drunk. The more serious charge of vehicular homicide was tossed, and it's the reason we've been asking some tough questions.
Guilty, Your Honor.
Guilty to driving drunk, but not for the death of Debbie Meadows. It all began back in 2014. Meadows was driving home after having dinner with friends. Timothy Castle was also on the road, behind the wheel, when police say he slammed into her at Wilson and Trayview Roads.
Somebody's injured. She's passed out behind the wheel.
Eyes were glazed over and bloodshot. He had difficulty performing the field sobriety testing.
Former Franklin County Coroner Dr. Jan Gorniak signed the first death certificate. It showed blunt force trauma of the head in that crash caused Meadows' death. The family also believes the crash killed her.
If you would look at the doctor's reports, she had a gash across her forehead and many other lacerations across her body as a result of this accident.
But as we uncovered, current coroner Dr. Anahi Ortiz, in an extremely rare move, changed the cause to natural due to cancer. That happened last month, a year and a half after the original death certificate was issued. Castle's attorney agrees.
And all the facts include a report from Dr. Werner Spitz, who's a world-renowned forensic pathologist. And Dr. Spitz likewise concluded that Miss Meadows' cause of death was natural.
That's why the charge of vehicular homicide was dropped, and Castle pled guilty to a misdemeanor, which could mean he serves only days in jail. Outside the courtroom, Castle's attorney also told us he had a witness who was prepared to say the accident was actually Meadows' fault.
The accident occurred in the middle of the intersection. The only way she would have got there is if she had not made the right turn.
Okay, so you're blaming Ms. Meadows.
Blaming anyone.
Sounds like.
What
Do you
I'm
feel
saying
like you
is,
got away with
you're
something
asking
because
my
you were
client.
charged with drunk driving and aggravated vehicular homicide? Do you feel like you got away with something?
I do not feel like that.
Okay. Do you have any message for the Meadows family?
I do. The whole situation that had happened is very unfortunate. There was 2 families affected that day, not just one. My family, by the news media, has been destroyed. My credibility by you guys has been nothing less than demoralizing to me. And I myself am sorry to the Meadows family that they have lost a loved one. I have prayed many nights for their family, as well as my own.
I would think that was a complete and it's an insult to our family.
Dawn Call, who would have been Debbie's daughter-in-law, says the family is outraged.
It is incredibly sad that he just can't even have any remorse and show any sort of remorse towards the family. We're not looking for an incredibly lifelong sentence. We just want some remorse towards the family and him to show the severity that he did take a life and he was in the wrong.
We are still waiting to hear from Franklin County Coroner Anahi Ortiz to find out why the first death certificate was changed after 2 years. She also hasn't reached out to the Meadows family. Castle will be sentenced next month. He could receive up to 180 days in jail, as well as a fine. Stacia and Bob?
Well, Terry, you were standing there. What was your sense of remorse from Mr. Castle and looking at his eyes?
Well, we popped it on our Facebook page, the ABC6 Facebook page, and most people think he was not showing any remorse, and I invite our viewers to check it out for themselves. We put the whole interview on our ABC6 Facebook page, so go there and let us know what you think. Stacia?
All right, Terry, thank you very much.